My next one is don't be a Jerry. Brush up on your etiquette. So there's this kind of archetype in the ski community of a Jerry. You might have heard of a Jerry. It's kind of like a slur. The definitions vary a little bit. The Urban Dictionary one is funny. I'll put it on top. If I was to give you the gist, a Jerry is somebody who shows up without a clue, who goes on runs that are too, like, blatantly too hard for them, that is disrespectful of other people, hasn't learned the etiquette. Because mountains are getting more crowded, people are getting a little crankier, and we need to learn how to not be a Jerry. We all make dumb mistakes. To some extent, you're just gonna have to learn as you go. That's true of most skills and most kind of communities, subcultures. You don't learn everything overnight. But Google ski etiquette. Learn some basics. Like, for instance, the probably most universal rule is whoever is downhill from you has the right of way. And that's just for obvious reasons. If you're skiing, you're focused down. You're not looking behind you to see if you're cutting someone off, if somebody's coming by. I mean, you should be to some extent. But in general, your focus is down the mountain. So if someone is ahead of you, don't assume that they're looking at you. Assume they don't know you're there. And if you're gonna pass somebody nearby, like on a catwalk or just a tight run, if you're gonna be within, I'd say 10 feet of somebody, say something like, on your right, on your left, or I'm just gonna move past you real quick, on your left. It's just good form, it's safer. And frankly, with how many lawsuits are flying back and forth, it's a good way to avoid that kind of trouble. Also, if you're gonna stop, don't do it in the middle of a major thoroughfare. Typically, you wanna stop on the side of a run, but especially lately, you wanna be careful. Look out for the side hits, the jumps that people kind of carve out, or people make on the side of a run. Try not to stop in the landing zone of those jumps. And that's getting harder because there's a lot of them these days. Try not to block their jump, but also, what if their jump fails and they lose control? Are they gonna hit you? Just kind of use common sense. It keeps you safe, it keeps them safe. Everybody gets to have a better ski day. Another piece of advice would be, do your homework. Study the map of the mountain you're going to. Learn what all the different markers and what is a blue versus a double black. Well, some mountains will have a blue-black. There are a million different ways that mountains rate trail difficulty. Do your homework beforehand. Look up the mountain you're going to. See if it is appropriate for your skill level. Figure out, like, if you are a beginner skier and you go to Snowbird, Utah, or Taos, New Mexico, Jackson Hole, you're not gonna have a great time. Those are places that cater to experts. And sometimes they're, beginner slopes, they're green slopes. They ski a lot more like blues. Their blues ski a lot more like single diamond.
Taos blues are no joke, man. Ooh.
Oh, she's about
all right, she's up.
It's easy to get in over your head. Do your homework. What are the lifts that access the easiest terrain? What lifts do you want to avoid? What's the easiest way down? These are important things to know, especially as a beginner. I ski the same way that I travel. I do a ton of homework before I even show up to a mountain. I have the map. I'm not memorized, but I know it pretty well. I'm kind of a nerd for maps. Have parking figured out, like those little details. How are you gonna actually park, get to the shuttle, or if a resort has multiple bases, which one's gonna be the best for you? So do your homework. There are plenty of little gotchas in skiing. Don't get caught up in this like holier than thou, oh, look at that Jerry, look at this guy. I'm not saying this to encourage the Jerry thing. It's kind of funny, but also, like, we were all beginners. I think to some extent we were all Jerrys at some point. Just be considerate. Don't be a jerk. And some people will be rude. Sometimes locals, sometimes just people who come up a lot. And they can get pretty judgmental of beginners, and that really kind of frustrates me. Everybody's got to learn. These are things that are really helpful to know before you go. Especially as a beginner, you can make better use of your time there. Don't be a Jerry.